What's up? You're checking out That's 86'd podcast. I am your host, Bryant and Theo, also known as BryGuy, whatever. But I'm not the one to... it doesn't even matter. I'm just me. It's all about the perspective, opinions, thoughts, interruptions, anything to the guy to my right, who has no name other than Theo.
Scary Terry.
How you feeling, man?
You can run, but you can't hide, bitch. I feel good.
Yeah.
I was gonna go great, but I go great most days. So today I'm gonna go good.
It's been a slow build for me.
Has it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I just kind of shot my load for the last 20 minutes as I've been talking to you before we started this.
That was a good warm-up, though.
Yeah, always a good warm-up.
That was a good warm-up. I mean, all right, first and foremost, want to say cheers to you guys. Cheers to us. Cheers to everybody that's out in the world dealing with whatever.
It's 28 degrees today, dude.
It's 28 degrees. We just came off of a 75-degree weekend.
Yes, we did.
So,
Yeah.
As you can see, we're sitting here sipping on some Macallan. With the cherry oak.
That's not true.
The Macallan?
Oh yeah, we were sipping on that. The Macallan. No, because this is the Jack.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
You told me to leave the Jack out. You poured yourself some. I poured myself some.
I'm lying to you guys. We're sipping on some the Jack.
We're sipping on the Jack. The Hickory.
The gold label.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I guess to start things off, to give a recap, Friday was Monument 2. It was this guy's birthday. We went out.
Yeah.
We touched a lot. We touched a few places.
Yeah.
We started off at started at 1:00 p.m.
Yes.
And I think we went all the way until midnight.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we did a whole long stretch.
The best part is I remember all of it.
Yeah.
That's the most surprising part to me. That I'm impressed with all of us.
Yeah. It was a run. It was a run.
It was a successful run.
I mean, we made it.
Yeah. I think we did good.
We made it. We could have been really bad.
Yeah, exactly. I only fell once. I remember everything. Mm-hmm. I even almost remember how I got home. Somebody could have got hurt. Yeah, but you ordered the car.
No, you ordered the car.
I ordered the car.
Yeah.
You walked off. It was all right.
After you got in the car, I walked off.
I thought you ordered the car.
Nah.
All right, word. Well, it was a good day. I remember almost everything.
Yeah, because we was like, we should end this now.
Honestly?
Because we both had things to do the next morning.
Indeed. I think we did so well that day. Made me want to do it again.
Oh, man. I'm not doing that again until July.
Yes, I know. You told me.
That's the last one. Hey, what's up, cuz? Dayton's on this joint.
What up, bruh?
Yeah. I don't even know. All right, but yeah, love the outfit.
Thank you.
Yeah, man, I just got to talk to him yesterday, too.
Word.
Yeah, so he's opening up his photography shop.
Yeah, he would appreciate it. I made this hoodie, dog.
Yeah.
That's dope. I'm happy for you, man. You was always a go-getter.
But, outside of that, we started off at Good Dog. Where'd we go after that? After Good Dog, we
tried to head to Edico.
We tried? Yeah, we tried. That
unsuccessfully.
didn't work.
I told you motherfuckers to get the reservation for 10 o'clock, and both of y'all was like, man, fuck that. We ain't gonna be here.
Yeah. I mean, and then it was almost 10 o'clock, and we
headed back at 10 o'clock with no reservation. That's what happened.
Yeah, it didn't work out.
Yeah. But anyways, Anyways, where do we go after?
No, we was at Capelli's, the cigar lounge.
The rest of the night.
Yeah.
I mean, most of us, the rest of the night.
Yeah.
That was an amazing experience.
Yeah, man, that was fun.
Met some good people, talked to a lot of good people. Mm-hmm. I got to watch some baseball, which was a real treat for me. We smoked a bunch of cigars, shared a bunch of stuff. People shared with us. Shout out to homie Ramon. Oh. He let me have some of his Uncle Nearest. Yeah. Then on his way out the door, came back and hooked us all up.
Yeah.
I met Bull before too. I just don't know. I mean, I'm gonna assume bartending at some point, but I met Bull before. But he was a good dude. I asked him if he was Dominican. He was like, nah.
Because his name's Ramon.
Exactly. He was like, nah, my name is Ramon though. And there's baseball on, so that had a lot to do with my Dominican, inquiries. But
That was pretty. Yeah, that was really like that was pretty lit. Like went in, got
Mike,
some cigars.
Came through.
Yeah.
Mark came through.
Yeah. E and
J came through.
E and J.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I told you, y'all. Man, he makes some good combinations. When y'all together, y'all B and E.
Yeah.
When they together, they E and J.
Yeah, and then we all together.
A little less violent.
ENT or ET.
ET. Yeah, we just extraterrestrial.
Then when him and Planet together, that's just me.
No, when me, Mark, and E together, it's EMT. We there to help. We there to help.
Y'all done met.
Yep.
Y'all done met.
When you and me and E together, it's a bet. It's a bet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Goodness.
He makes some good combinations. He got to be there every time almost.
He has to. He has to. He got a lot of. Yeah.
Then Jay got mad.
Why Jay get mad?
You don't remember?
No.
She got mad. He was like, y'all need to go home. I mean, y'all could slide through if y'all want, but I
wasn't with y'all.
She disappeared for like five minutes. We lost her. We had to find her, and she was just outside mad as shit. I don't know why she was mad, but I saw her the other day. I saw her yesterday, matter of fact, and she was like, "I'm sorry I got mad on your birthday." I was like, she said, "I'm sorry I got mad on your birthday," and I was like, "I'm sorry I got drunk on my birthday." It's all good. My sin was higher than yours was. Believe me, you fine, girl. So, yeah, she was fine.
Yeah, no, like.
I think it was because she was dealing with the embarrassment of trying to go into a place that wouldn't allow us in.
I wasn't there for that.
I know you was chilling with Sean.
I was trying to get Sean home.
Yo, I didn't know Sean was that gone.
I didn't know he was that going either.
That's what they told me. They was like, "You ain't see Sean?" I'm like, "He seemed fine to me."
He fell.
What? I fell too.
Yeah, but you fell later too. You didn't fall. I mean, I could have said it was the brick road that we were walking on. It was a lot of things. Yeah, it was a lot of things.
Yeah, I mean, listen, man. Sometimes you fall, man, but you get back up.
Yeah,
that's what matters.
Yeah, he showed up to work the next day too.
He was fine. He remembered everything.
Yeah, give or take. Couldn't figure out where the knife went.
Oh man.
Yeah.
So, next time when his birthday coming up.
Yo, I gotta ask him when his
know
birthday
what to get him.
is.
You know what I'm saying? We can go in on something nice.
Yeah.
We can go in on something nice.
That'd be pretty fly.
Because on some real shit, like, as much as I fuck with y'all, and I have a tendency. When my good friends are around, especially, I have a tendency to make new friends and spend a lot more time and attention on my new friends. Mm-hmm. So I talked to Sean probably more than I talked to anybody that day. Yeah. I had the opportunity to connect with him a whole lot. You know what I mean? So I feel like Sean is a new friend.
Yeah, man. He's a great guy.
Yeah, he is.
He's a great guy.
So yeah, that's why, I really highly regard my G at this point in my life.
Yeah, you got the see me interact with you guys.
Yeah. Word.
Definitely about that whole conversation on, what happened last time I was with Fred. And it was like, yo, no.
Did that come up?
Yeah, that came up.
Oh, word.
That came up through Good Dog. That came up through Catelli's. That was just it. I feel like it's something that he just has to get off his chest at some point. Because obviously, me, I don't care. But I think that's where the issue does come in.
Oh, it's just a receipt.
It's me with the...
Oh, no, you know what it say right there?
You don't even care. Approved.
Theo is a handsome man. That's what it says.
It says approved.
Yeah, I approve that message. Theo is a handsome man.
But yeah, that came up, and then because we were going back and forth with it, and then you were just like, "Well, I mean, the way that he's making it sound, Brian, is just like, yo, man, you're wrong." And I was just like, "Oh, I could be, but I don't care."
Yeah, that's the thing about you.
I don't care.
That's your thing. You walk with that. You carry that.
But yeah, so
to me in life, it's easier to forgive than it is to vindicate myself. You know, like in most cases, I'm always usually going to take the side of, you're right. I probably was fucking up. Cause I see myself every day. Yeah, but I be fucking up a lot.
Yeah, but that's not the. I don't think that's not the point of that conversation. Because I said, yeah, all right, I did it. You know.
No. But the point of the conversation is, were you wrong? Were you justified, or were you wrong? And usually, like, I know you pretty well. It's usually easier to assume you were wrong.
Yeah. So I was sitting there just like cool.
I've never seen him get out of pocket with a friend. Right? And you know him a lot better than I do, so if I'm wrong, you could tell me right now. But I've seen you get out of pocket with friends a lot more often. That's within your character.
Yeah.
So it's not a stretch. Yeah. So I took it. I was just like, all right, cool. He was tripping. B was tripping.
That's how it goes.
Yeah.
And it's like,
that's exactly how it goes.
It's like, all right, I can live with that.
Right.
I'm okay with that. But then it's just like, well, no, you can live with that. But then what about the other people that you're not being mindful for? And it's like well, no, I reached out. And everybody's like, that was a half-ass reach out.
If it was, it was.
And I'm like,
I tell my young boys every day, though, that didn't sound like a real sorry.
So it's just like all right, well, if anyone feels this way, it's so easy to contact me. I made it a public thing.
That's not how you do that, though.
I made it a public thing.
It's not their responsibility to contact you and tell you that your sorry was half-assed.
No. But it's not their responsibility to go to another person and say, yo, man, that was half-assed, and then that person feels vindicated to come and say something to me about it.
No, it might not be their responsibility, but it could be their joy and pleasure.
So, therefore...
Isn't that right?
So, therefore, ultimately, it comes down to, all right, I don't care. I don't care. So it's just like, if this is going to be a reoccurring thing, I'd rather just cut my losses. And be like, all right, you know what?
I think you should care.
I don't need to. I don't. No. New
friends are awesome, but old friends are better.
Yeah, I mean, I think all of them. Are awesome.
No, I think new friends are great, but old friends are better. Old friends are better.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Absolutely, old friends are better.
I don't know.
All right, weigh it out.
It depends.
Weigh it out.
It depends.
You make a new friend, right?
It depends.
You make a new friend. You gonna leave your kid with him?
But I'm not leaving it with my old friends either.
I'm not saying that you absolutely will, but I'm saying you're going to be more likely to leave it with an old friend than you will with a new friend.
Nah, that's not true.
I think so.
Because if that old friend is already trash, then, can't really see myself doing that. But if I can see that... Yeah, but
the thing is, you don't know if the new friend is trash yet.
No, I can see, like, nurturing traits or... Oh, matter of fact, this is a good segue.
That's a good word.
This is what I want to...
Fuck segue, and we still here.
This is a good segue.
That is a good word, nurturing. Mm-hmm. The old friendship has been nurtured. Y'all might have broke down, got built back up. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. There's a lot more time and attention put into that. Whereas the new friendship, it might be fresh, and it might be clean and unfettered, but at the end of the day, you haven't been through nearly as much. So you haven't had the opportunity to have as much nurturing to that friendship.
You can still consider, a year in as a new friend, 2 years in could still be a new friend. They won't be considered old friends. No, that's my old friend, No,
I ain't saying that.
So, I don't know, like, we're talking about decades of friendship,
That's what I'm saying.
That's an old friend,
I'm talking anything over 5 versus anything under 5.
Okay, yeah, and I would still stand by what I said.
No,
but I'm that guy though. That's fine. Wrong. Yeah. That's fine.
I mean,
we just had a whole conversation on how that was going to go. So I don't know, like, cause overall, what I do want to talk about is responsibility, and being a responsible person. So this kind of actually does go within that, and like, I guess overall, I've been watching a lot of Bar Rescue. And
that means absolutely nothing to me.
And all right, so John Taffer, we referenced him before, and all that gentleman kind of stuff. Yeah, all right.
Reminds me of Mike Missinelli.
So he has a television show called Bar Rescue, where he does consulting for all these establishments that reaches out to him that needs help.
Is he a tough guy?
When he's on television, yes. For the show, yeah. But if you don't go that TV Bar Rescue route for consulting, then it's a nurturing, not yelling, screaming match, back and forth kind of relationship. You know, so you're pretty much you're taking the less paying deal by going for the television because he'll make his money off the network rather than you just paying full out whatever. It'll probably catch up. I don't know.
Who knows?
But then they can always check it out on Wednesday at that's86.com, or they can subscribe and comment on the YouTube channel, That's 86 Podcast, where this will be posted on that Friday.
Okay.
So, the live is kind of like, you're there, you're not.
That's fine.
But yeah, so that's the whole consulting thing in a more nurturing way without the yelling coming in and all that, trying to hear you out, But as far as the television show goes, it's like I got 3 days or 5 days in order to flip this, make this work for you. When I get there, most of the time, when he gets there, it's not the concept doesn't work. It's the people don't work.
Right.
The leadership, the owners, they have no clue what they're doing, you know? There's no systems, there's no structures, nobody wants to take responsibility. It's 100% chaos.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And at some point it's like, well, if you're $100,000 in debt or $1 million in debt, you know, it's still just like, well, at what point do you start caring? At what point are you going to sit there and just be like, wait?
At what point will you start taking responsibility?
Yeah. It's like, wait. This phone call can't be, all right, maybe this phone call to you was this is the point I'm going to sit there and take responsibility, you know?
Okay, so you think that's a common trait or an uncommon trait?
I think that's common.
To?
Well, everybody in general, but specifically restaurateurs.
No. What's common?
Oh, the lack of seeing
self accountability or whatever. Yeah. Okay. I'll agree with you, but I'll also say that I think that's an easy trait to set you apart from most people.
Because it doesn't just come down to the accountability part. You know, that's a big part of the pie. But it's not the end all be all, you know, because they start stacking on one another, you know. It's just like, well, I hired this person to do that, you know. What you looking for?
Toilet paper.
I hired this person to do that, and it's just like, yeah, you hired me to be the bar manager, right?
You're right.
But we're talking. This is a food thing. You needed to hire a kitchen manager too. You can't put that on me, you know? You can't put the bar management responsibilities on the kitchen manager and vice versa.
Indeed.
But these are the fine little things that people miss. These opportunities or that maybe cut corners. Like general manager, maybe you can sit there and put both responsibilities, the bar and food.
Yeah, but they're probably going to have somebody in front of each part of those that's going to take responsibility for each part.
Because you have the GM, and then you'll have
bar manager, and then you'll have a chef,
beverage manager,
whatever,
and kitchen manager, whatever, you know.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the whole understanding the responsibilities, like accountability. That's like all these things comes down to the psychological aspect of the whole programming or workspace. But that carries in through life. Period. All right, cool.
Well,
we'll see how that goes. Yeah. Nope. That's not how that should go.
Word.
Almost there. Oh, I'm just going. Cat too. Oh, I'm still here. I'm still rocking with you. I don't care.
No, that's cool. I was just looking at Alexis.
There we go. You know who that is?
Nope.
She went to school with us.
From high school?
Yeah.
That's her?
Yeah.
Can I click it?
I guess it's already there.
Oh, that's not her. I was looking at the other girl. I was looking at her friend.
But yeah, so she has a clothing line now.
That's what's up. I don't want to talk freely because I know we on record. Because I was going to ask another question. So anyway, usually I know I'm not shit. No, should I save this? Are we getting back on?
Yeah, but no, we're still going. Remember, like...
Okay. Well, usually I know I'm not shit, right? And I kind of want to be shit someday. You know, it might not be today, it might not be tomorrow. I might even die before I even become shit, right? But ultimately, my goal is to eventually, at some point, be shit, you know? So because of that, when it comes to taking responsibility, that's not something that I can push off on anybody else. Usually, unless I'm in charge of this person's development, which is rarely ever the case, I'm going to say almost never the case. Unless I'm in charge of this person's development, then it's only me and me becoming the shit that we have to look forward to. Or that I have to look forward to, that I can control. So, it's hard to put this into restaurant terms, but let's put it in restaurant terms. If I'm in a restaurant and my job is to pick a job in the restaurant, pick a job, just pick a job, any job.
Are you telling? Oh, you.
I'm talking to you.
Let's go with what you know.
No, I know everything. I've been everywhere.
Well, no, I mean, all right.
I've done almost every job in a restaurant. And I haven't managed on a restaurant, but I've definitely managed in other fields. So, what do we got?
So, I mean, because you can talk about the responsibilities from every level.
I can, but I don't want to. I'm just going to try to use something.
So go ahead. So, spark one off then.
I want to relate to you.
Yeah, but what I just threw out is...
Yeah, but I don't want to sit here and be like, Buster, and you be like, I never bust a table in my life.
No. I'm going to relate either way because I understand all the rules.
Okay, so let's say I'm a busser, right? My job is to bust tables. I flip these bitches, okay? Now, within my responsibility, because we can keep in mind that the whole establishment, the whole system can be vague at times.
Mm-hmm.
And
not limited to.
Right, not limited to anything specific.
Yeah.
So if my job is to do that, then I'm going to do my job and I'm also going to try my best to surpass it. And that might not be everybody else's mentality, but when it comes down to it, in this world, I'm a lot safer if I do it that way. I'm a lot safer if I approach it that way because not only will I, one, probably excel at what it is I'm trying to do, but then also I can grow from it because that's the whole point here. Like I said, I want to be shit someday. So, yeah, you telling me I should have pre-bust this table. All right, you're right about that. You telling me that when you walked over there and you dropped the next round, that those glasses that were empty shouldn't even have been there. You shouldn't have even had to pick those bitches up because I should have got them already. Okay, you're probably wrong, but you could be right. I'm going to assume that you're right and I'm going to assume that I'm wrong because it's going to make me all the more stronger for it. Now I'm Hawkeye and shit.
Smart.
What up?
Mark said, yo, boss.
What up? So now I'm Hawkeye and shit. And that makes me better at it. That makes me stronger at it. Now, I'm standing at the front, bullshitting with my hands in my pocket, and someone comes in. Hostess nowhere to be found. But I heard what she says to people. Mm-hmm. Hi, welcome to so-and-so. Do you have a reservation? Okay, well, let's see if we can fit you in anywhere. How many in your party? You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Just because I heard it, I'm standing here. Fuck it. Let's get it done.
Now if that goes wrong or sour, right?
It's on me. It's absolutely on me. It's not on her who wasn't here.
But it would be on her.
It would be on her. But I'm not going to be the nigga that be like, listen, I was just trying to do it because somebody else was supposed to do it and they didn't do it. Rather than being that guy.
Upper management could come up and just be like, well, that's not your responsibility.
I understand.
Why would you go and do that? And then you would sit there and vocalize it as, well, you know, like,
I would tell them I'm standing here for a while. No, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say, oh, I have the right. I have every right to do it and I have the knowledge and I have the ability. No, I would be like, look, I was standing here. I saw it needed to be filled. That's it. I was right here. If I was somewhere else, no, I wouldn't have ran up from what the fuck I was supposed to be doing to go do this. But I happened to be here at the time. So if you don't want me to do it, then I won't do it. Mm-hmm. But that's it.
Because then you could think of, because there's always, whoa, you know.
Yeah, of course. There's a bunch of shit.
That can always just.
This is the owner's father. We didn't want it to look like this.
Get
the ball rolling.
The downfall of service, I guess you would say. Because like now we got to scramble around for a whole nother table that was already for them, and now
I asked them if they had a reservation. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I could look at the seating chart, whatever. But either way, I'm gonna assume I'm wrong. I'm gonna assume that I'm wrong in most cases. Not only just because I might be wrong, but also because for my personal growth, it actually helps me. Mm-hmm. It's better for that to be the case. Also, I want to give this other individual the benefit of the doubt. Because, just like I know I ain't shit, I don't know what you know about yourself, but I'm going to assume you are shit. I like to assume that you are shit. And I'm not going to be hurt if you're not. But, like I said, it makes me stronger. So, I don't know. I just see it kind of like, in most cases, to assume more responsibility than I have to is going to be helpful in the long run. Mm-hmm. It might hurt at first, but typically that's my approach with shit. And I feel like, in the development sense, and somebody trying to become the shit.
You can see that?
Yeah, I can see that.
All right, cool.
I had to look hard, but I can see it. Yeah, if somebody's trying to become shit, then yeah, that would be something that they would probably want to do early on, rather than get hit with it later on. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, that's that. That's my little explanation. You can respond accordingly if you'd like to.
Yeah, I mean, because it's always tricky. Like, because you're because that's kind of like self-interest, right? And personal growth for yourself.
Okay.
But doing these things, because we already understand that the backlash that you could get for it.
Yes, we do.
Going out and picking up another responsibility. Like these, these known unknowns, These known unknowns is where it always gets weird. Okay. Because it's just like, well, like you mentioned the whole pre-busing, It's like, yeah, I could have, but I didn't, It's like, well, I think you guys need to be clear on what it is that you want within, when we're saying the whole interviewing process or the responsibilities and duties, and not leaving it so vague where it says not limited to.
Understandably,
because we were talking episodes ago about traction, right? Being able to know how can you evaluate your progress in which you're in the role that you're supposed to be doing.
Unless your role has been defined clearly.
Yeah,
I got you.
If it's not clearly defined, then you know, like, how do I know if I'm underperforming or overachieving?
Well, I want to mention two things.
Sure.
One thing I want to mention is there's been times, and I didn't consider that, I didn't explain that, but there's been times where I just really care about the place. Mm-hmm. And maybe I just want to see the place do as well as possible, and maybe I'm not the best person for the job. I'm going to go get that motherfucker. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So that's always on the table, obviously. But even that becomes a responsibility that might not be mine, but I'm taking it. I'm taking it on. The second thing, to respond to what you just said, was, all right, take baseball, right? Yeah, I love it. Take baseball. There's a whole field, right? There's a whole field. And this shit, baseball's been around for how long? 100? 150 years?
Longer than I've been around.
No, 150 years, let's say. Baseball's been around for 150 years. Somebody hits a pop fly between first and second, a little further out, past the line. You know how many niggas is running to go get that ball?
3.
3 niggas is running to go get that ball. And on the fly, so to speak, on the fly is when they actually can communicate to one another and decide who's actually going to get the ball, who's going to veer off, who's going to just slow down, and who's going to stay on it.
Like, I got it.
Right. And that has to be decided in the moment, based on the circumstance, based on how fast you can run, based on how close I am, whether he even has an eye on it. Because, I might be the fastest guy, but I might not have an eye on it. The sun might be catching me. So even something that's been around for so long, there's still going to be situations where we can't clearly define those. And if we did try to clearly define them, it would be to our detriment because of circumstances, right? Unforeseeable circumstances.
I can see that. And but I mean, the biggest thing that you said within that was the communication.
Indeed. On the fly, though. On
the fly between those 3 positions.
Yeah.
Like that, like, just no different than what we have going on is, no different than what we have going on, where it's like we all have a position to play within the restaurant or the bar, whatever, It's like, all right, I'm going to go run this food. While I run this food, I need you to do that. And while I need you to pick up something that I can't do because I'm going to go and do something someone else is supposed to do.
And so it might not be that way every day. We're not going to agree that this is the future from now on and it's going to always do. But for right now, as a team, this is how we're going to get it done today. For this situation.
For that situation. But at the same time, the person that's responsible for making that first thing happen, it's just like, well, all right, I'm doing this. So if you just so happen to see like some empty glasses or something on the table, can you pick those up?
Right.
Because all of these things has to be on point. So when it comes to the not limited to, it's like, yo, you know how to run food? Like, I get it. You're a bartender. I get it. You're a manager.
Yeah, but your hands are empty right now and you're walking into the kitchen. So please come out with something in them.
It's like, if I'm grabbing this food, like a manager could be like, yo, if I'm grabbing this food to run it to a table, then who's going to be, am I really managing?
You know, because a manager is a glue guy. A manager is doing everything that's not being done at the moment. Like,
It's
you know what I
supposed to
mean?
be.
The manager will step back and make a drink. The manager will also go and ask the table how they doing. But on their way, they might have some dirty dishes in their hand. The manager will bust a table, and the manager will drop a dish. Nice.
I was waiting for that.
I was waiting for it too.
I was seeing how long I could go.
I just want to learn a lesson from it. And you know, they say smart people learn lessons by making mistakes, and they say wise people learn lessons from looking at other people's mistakes. So,
I wanted to see how far I could go.
hey, look, you climbed the top of the mountain. You fell off, but you're still fine. You can climb it again. You can climb it again.
I would see. I'm like, all right. How long? I'm like, is that going to be the end? I'm like, at this point, I'm probably going to hold it till the end of this joint.
Yeah.
But yeah. But that all comes down to communication. What are you trying to do?
Trying to let your fucking connection have a little bit of a break.
Oh, because they got all of this.
Because we doing this while we doing that. So I figure if we turn this down a little bit, then that'll have a little bit more power to run. You know.
I mean, but then we have that. I mean, the whole setup is just, you know.
No, but this is on your modem or whatever the terminology for it is. That's on your wireless. You know what I mean? Like if we're watching it, then we're sending. You know, you get me, man. I ain't gotta explain that shit. You dig me.
Yeah, you can ask a question. That's what we're trying to get all of this going on for.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. All right, cool. Because we missed a lot because the comments were off in the beginning. But that was a whole different thing. But overall, it still just comes down to communication. And even though, like, it comes
down to communication, but it also comes down to people's willingness to go above and beyond.
That too. So that's also goes into the accountability, right?
Yes.
Or the self accountability.
Does it really though?
Yeah. For the sheer fact that it's just like, all right, because it was probably like 20 or more people that it was just ordered at one time. But then it also goes down to the expo, like they have that flow of how things are coming out from the kitchen. That just the same as the bartenders making the drinks to the servers who are dropping those. You know, like if it's 4 beers, if it's 20 tickets.
I want to respond to him. The restaurant thing right now, that's the platform that we specialize in. But the wisdom, that's just a portal to the wisdom. You know what I mean? We can't just come in here and be like, yo, nuanced wisdom. You want the nuanced wisdom? Nah, it's let's just use the restaurant thing and then we can keep going with it.
Yo, just loving everything. Just loving all this love, man.
Yeah. Appreciate the interactions, though.
Yeah. But it's still, like it's still a chain of events. No matter what. And that, like, it goes down into, all right, we just got, like when, it could have been the server's fault, right? Mm-hmm. Who just took 20 orders from 5 different tables, you know, all 4 times.
Yeah, that's me.
And instead of taking a breather, and putting the food order in after, like, 1 table or 2 tables, they just did it all in one shot, which obviously would
bombards the kitchen.
Yeah, you know?
Yeah.
So therefore, it's just like, all right, well, who's going to blame who, right? Because that's what it's going to come down to. Because, you know, the kitchen is going to be pissed. They're going to be like, what the fuck? Why would you sit there and just, like, hit us with all these orders at once? That's going to back us up, you know? But then the server's looking at us like, yo, man, y'all cooking. You know, that's your fault. You should be able to cook. Like, we're at this high volume. You know, like, it all comes down to perspective.
I ain't last like you did. Well, to be as practical, you want me to respond to that or what?
You could. It doesn't matter.
All right.
That was just another
example.
Yeah, just to throw out.
All right. Well, to be as practical, I haven't cooked. I mean, I made sandwiches and shit, but I haven't cooked. However, I do understand the struggle that it is. And if I'm serving, and it might be easier for me to take all my orders down and then put all my orders in. But I've done that. I've done that in the middle of restaurant week. And boys have been like, yo, Theo, what the fuck? And I'm like, what you mean? And they had to explain it to me. They're like, yo, da-da-da-da-da. Somebody's going to have to wait because we can't get all this out at the same damn time. And I'm like, shit, you're right. I am very sorry about that. I didn't mean to put you fellas in that position. Next time that happens, I'm going to be cognizant of what you have to go through. And that's really that. Like,
but that comes to self-accountability.
Yes, but you know, there's a lot of people who don't necessarily want to be that way.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people who are like, listen, man, y'all should just double up all the staff in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Make this kitchen about 3 times bigger, and y'all niggas be able to handle what I just gave you.
Yeah. Response is like, yo, my responsibility is to be the middleman or the middle woman, the middle person between the people that's coming and dining, or the people that's coming to have a good time, and the creators of the recreators of these recipes, or maybe the creator of the recipe.
Yes.
You know, it's just like, so it could, when it's not clear, you know.
Yeah, and I mean, nobody maybe told me that. Nobody told me that when I started, and maybe that's someone else's fault, whoever got me covering that shift. But that's not for me to decide. What I can control is what I can control, which is my actions.
And that's where that's where I start off with the bar rescue reference all the way in the beginning, because it still goes down to the ownership or management to sit there and make that clear of what it is. Because how are you going to measure anyone's performance? How are you going to measure how the establishment is doing if you're sitting there? You know, if you're like, you wouldn't have to put out so many fires if things were clear. Well,
the thing is, sometimes trial by fire is the best way to teach somebody, though.
No, not in this industry.
I'll have to disagree with you.
It's not enough room to make too many errors. So
no,
like,
you don't have to be too many, but you can have just enough.
You can have, and you can just skate by. You know, like a lot of places would do. It's just like, all right, let me what's the best way? It's just like, oh, I'm on this ship that has so many leaks in it. Let me patch this hole up real quick. Well, now that hole is there.
Yeah,
now,
sure.
You know,
it could be that way, but that's not what I'm talking to. That's not what I'm referring to. I'm more so thinking about the idea of, okay, you got one person here training. Everybody knows he's training. Let's let it all just do what it do. And then if anybody has a problem with this person training, most likely they're going to be regulars, and they're going to know that this person is training, and they're going to communicate with us. This guy is going to communicate with us. When a mistake gets made, we can compensate people for that.
I can't assume that people who aren't in the hospitality industry knows how it actually works. Because people within the hospitality industry don't know how it works.
I mean, if you go... There's people who
different concepts, different themes.
There's people who go to more restaurants than people who've worked at more restaurants.
Yeah.
And those people know a good bit, and you can't necessarily count them out of the game.
I wouldn't count them out.
That's why people touch tables in the first place, because they can say, listen, is there anything about your experience that wasn't satisfactory?
They can know how.
And they might just have a complaint, and you might be able to do the math in your head and know why that was so.
Yeah, I can agree with that as well.
That's the point of having someone who's gone around and actually like surveying what the situation might be.
I mean, someone would be
the manager.
Yeah,
right. But that's the point of it.
But even outside of that,
even the server. You know, 2 bites or 2 minutes. As soon as you drop that shit, is everything good with it? Or is there anything we missed?
Sit there and cut through and be like, oh man, that's not even. No, that's medium well. You wanted that joint medium, or no, that's this is undercooked. Let me you're not not too many people you really have to have a deep passion for food.
I don't have a deep passion for food.
No, that's what you have. In order to sit there and be able to eye if something is undercooked or overcooked.
I don't have a deep passion for food. I have a deep passion for my job. Whatever my job that I'm doing, whatever I'm responsible for, self-accountability. Mm-hmm. I have a deep passion for getting that shit right.
Yeah, and that could go within your service. So therefore, if someone says this isn't cooked right,
and guess what? You could be completely fucking wrong, and I could be looking at you like, okay. Oh, so it's medium, but you asked for medium. Not say this to you, but so you asked for medium, and it's medium, but you don't like how it look. Damn, so is it not dark enough? I got you.
Like,
is
so
it not
would
light enough? I got you.
And that's where, but then that's the damage control scenario right there.
Yeah.
So, but
we should always be on damage control.
But it could be cooked perfect.
It could be cooked perfectly. But we got to make it what you want. Maybe you didn't know what you wanted. Maybe now you know what you want.
See, but then that still go. Who's responsible? Who's responsible to gauge that? There's someone.
I don't know who.
There's someone that's responsible.
I don't know who, because when I'm on duty, it's me. You know what I mean?
See now. Ooh, see, because it could. Well, yeah, I understand that, because this is where it can always get tricky. All right, so one thing that I've been learning and been trying to adapt, which is or try to make practical, which is hard right now because the hospitality industry is very limited with openings, right? Is just like the whole purpose of an executive chef having a whole team behind them that's supposed to cook to the standards that's needed to keep the recipes and everything, to keep the integrity going, right? Oh, I didn't know we could do that. All right, look, I'm gonna sit there and just start doing that now too. But it's just like, if I can't how am I able to turn my back to allow you guys to do whatever it is that needs to be done?
Who, you the owner?
Can't
you the
do
manager?
that.
Who are you?
Any of those rules.
Okay.
Any of those rules. Even us. Even bartender, servers, wherever. It's like,
if you're the fucking manager, or if you're the fucking owner, it's your job to make sure you have a staff in place that can be self-sustainable. It's your job.
Yeah.
So
that's your responsibility.
Exactly. So you can't sit here and say, "How can I turn my back?" Well,
not bring
the reason you cannot turn your back is because you hired shit people. You didn't go through what was necessary to create the perfect staff. And they was out there. They still looking for a job right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I mean, responsibility. Everybody's willing to just pass it off so easily.
You can't do that though.
So easily. You can.
I mean,
you can do it.
You shouldn't.
You can do it. I don't know. I can't tell people what they should and shouldn't.
Yeah, but you shouldn't. I mean, like I said, I don't expect everyone to be perfect, but I expect a lot. I expect a lot. And the only way I can expect a lot from anybody else is to first expect a lot from myself.
That's now because that energy trickles down. That energy trickles to whoever you're indirect. No, it's not even direct. It's indirect too. It's just like whoever you're around, that energy is going to transfer to them. So if you go in positive attitude all the time, it's just like yeah, all right. So this is the concept. This is how we want to do it. Like Chef Silva, he always says it's an open area kind of like concept where it just flows, and it's not going to be your traditional like both course 1, course 2 things going to show up at the same time. Things will show up in things you might get this first, and then this. So try to goes in detail what the vision is, and it's not so just like a militant strict, It's more so of a creative space within the restaurant industry rather than what people are used to dining. So the best thing you can do is communicate that beforehand. But he said that, right? He communicated that, or he communicates that from what I know of, prior engagements with him, communicates. It's up to you at that point. It's up to you you're accountable for that. To let everybody know. Right. You're right. To be that representative. Indeed. And that's the thing. That's the same as hiring the right people. Make the right decisions beforehand so you don't have to clean up a big fucking mess afterward. And he knows that. He probably learned it firsthand. He probably learned how to clean up a mess first. And then after he learned how to clean up the mess and saw how much work went into that, he was like, you know what? Let's just stop making messes. Let's avoid making any messes. So yeah, I respect it. But like I said, I can go into a place and not necessarily be able to expect that from everybody else. So the first thing I have to do is like I said, expect it of myself, lead by example. Even when you're out dining, even when you're out dining or being a patron yourself, do you still, because you have no responsibility at all besides
You shouldn't, but the responsibility you have is to yourself, and you want to make sure you have a good time, and you want to you want to minimize damage and waste. So ultimately, when I go out, my expectations are very low.
Yeah.
However,
that's it. Mine too.
However, if I do want to make sure that I get everything that I want, I make sure I communicate it beforehand. That way, there's no mess to clean up afterward.
Like, what's pretty interesting is like, so like, definitely when I go to a bar, I'm sitting at the bar, and
I got a question for you. Are industry patrons typically better for you or worse for you?
I mean,
like to serve a bartender or to serve a server, is that typically better for you or worse for you?
I mean, I approach everybody the same, and this isn't just.
I'm not
like
talking about how you approach
clean.
them. I'm not talking about how you approach them. I'm talking about how your experiences have been with them.
No, it's the same.
They're the same
to me, and for the places that I've been.
Okay.
It's just been the same.
Really? Okay.
Like I haven't been at a place where like it's because it's usually just like a dive bar kind of feel, I guess you would say. So everybody's more like friends and family.
Okay.
No matter where I go, I didn't have to ever sit there and like be anything other and experience people other, because I'm personable. So
sure.
Anywhere that you put me, it's kind of just like, oh, it's not. No, I just want to just talk. I mean, the most annoying thing that used to bother me is just like when people were trying to relate the way that they would do it is just like, you know who you look like? Chris Rock or Dave Chappelle or somebody like that. You know.
So you have no preferred customer.
No.
You have no preferred customer base.
No.
Okay. Oh, me personally, I feel like when industry people come to me, not the overwhelming majority, but pretty much the majority, when industry people come to me, they're typically more patient, they're typically more understanding. They usually can admire if they see me working hard, and instead of like, they're certain, like, I'll go up and apologize to them about the time that's being spent elsewhere, or the time that I had to spend on the table right next to them, and I'll apologize to them, look them dead in their eye, and they'll be like, no, that's okay, we just like seeing you work. I won't typically get that from a conference person from out of town. You know what I mean? I won't typically get that from the business guy who's having lunch and needs to be back at his office. He may say, it's all right, but he won't look at me and be like, no, I just appreciated seeing you work. You know what I mean? So, I don't know, I just figured maybe you experienced similar things.
Nah, I mean, I'm not going to say, no, I haven't experienced those things, because you asked me who do I prefer out of those. I
asked you something else first, but yeah, I asked you that eventually.
So it still just comes down to, no, like it's all, like to me it's all still the same. Like I'm sitting there trying to just, like you say, like get better at my craft. So I'm more so into just like making sure that I'm not missing a beat. I'm just trying to just be consistent across the board no matter where I go. So I'm just doing my own SOS, sequence of service, and adapting it to wherever I can go, whatever place.
Yeah, but that gets interrupted at times. Like sometimes you'll be talking to a family of 6 and somebody that's on a date will be like, excuse me, Mr. Server, excuse me, while you're in the middle of talking to them or in the middle of listening to them.
Oh yeah, but
and you have to adjust.
Yeah, I mean, no, you don't. What do you mean you have to adjust? Sit there and just be like, yeah, like
that's an adjustment.
You control the flow.
That's an adjustment.
So it's just like, well, at that point,
that's an adjustment.
Anyone in front of you, anyone, whether they're industry or not, they're not going to sit there and be like, why'd you just look at him or her and then, you know, instead of staying right? No, nobody's like that, you know. For the most part, it might become a joke.
That's not fucking true at all.
In my experience, it might just become a joke, just like, yo, can't lead us, right?
Yeah, no. Sometimes you got the open mic crowd who only came there to sip water for the rest of the night, and they want to know what their fries is, and all they getting is them fries. So they really want to know what the fuck their fries is. Meanwhile, you just came from their table, but they want your attention back again to make sure that you don't forget the ketchup.
Well, I guess I'm fortunate enough to not deal with it in a different ways, and I guess you have had to deal with it.
No, it's just I've experienced it.
It's just like
dealing with it is dealing with it. I just wanted to know if like you've ever been in a position where you've experienced something that was adverse to what you were used to, or been in a position where you experienced something where it might have been better or it might have been worse than the usual. Okay. So I was asking if you noticed that discrepancy within either industry people or non-industry people, or even just younger people and older people, or even just daytime customers and nighttime customers.
No, that happens all the time between
all those groups.
Of them.
Yeah,
all of them. So to me, it's just like, well, that's a part.
That's just a part of it.
That's a part of
I like that. All right,
SOS.
I'll take that.
And it's just like, well, like it was this one time. Like, all right, so after when I had that whole wine club going on, right? Mm-hmm. People actually start coming to the bar. Yes, please. Coming to the bar. Who it was Sherry Gregg, and this is someone who does KYW News Radio. Okay. With a bunch of friends.
Down on 5th Street. Go ahead.
Well, this is when we were at a place that I don't acknowledge anymore.
No, I was just meaning that's where she was coming from.
Oh.
That's what the studios is.
Yeah, no, but she was with her friend, so I don't know.
Matter of fact, no, that's on City Line.
And it was so busy, right? Mm-hmm. And she saw me do my service at the wine club, so it was a lot different at this establishment during happy hour, and they were trying to get my attention. Like, mind you, they're already served.
They got everything they need.
Just wanted to get...
Yeah, but something could be wrong. Somebody could have forgot the rum a lot. Exactly.
And I was going through my normal steps, about to just go into the POS and enter whatever the last person or person's group, stuff is. Yeah. And then they stopped me, like, not physically, but vocally stopped me.
I've been physically stopped.
And then the look, because, I'm so into, like, just knocking off this checklist, that I had the crazy eye. It's like, like a dare caught in a headlight. Okay. It's just like, and that was so that moment was so real to them, as well as to myself, that they were just like, oh my God.
They were sorry?
I am so sorry. Yeah. Yeah. And then at that moment, afterwards, I was just like, Dak, I just learned how I could become better. I have to always look calm and cool.
Yeah, you can't let that crazy eye.
I can't let the crazy eye, like, yo, just give me a second, I'll be right with you. I can't let that facial expression ever show, because I've seen, even though it got a point across, it was still just like, yo, man.
It was your fault, not theirs.
I'm wearing robes. Can't be out here looking like... yeah.
Okay, no, I feel that.
So that's what I'm saying. It's always tweaking and understanding, and then I learn myself, which I do hold myself accountable for. Okay. It's just like, oh, no, I want to be... Because, like, we all have our own goals.
That's pretty common, because, most of us like to work bigger sections. Mm-hmm. Most of us want more responsibility so that we can get
more money.
Yes, but also have our time filled, because we don't want to be standing around half the shift. Mm-hmm. So, like, rather than be standing around half the shift, I would rather just be walking around half the shift. Yeah. So there's obviously a lot of situations that'll kind of bring that to you.
Hey!
Who that?
That was one of my my friends growing up from...
Yo, you can't even see him from the waist down. You can't even see him from the waist down.
Yo, but
you don't even know. Matter of fact, his birthday coming up in December.
Oh my goodness. No, but that's one of me and my sister's friends growing up.
Way back.
Yeah.
That's what's
up. Fashion model, killing it. His birthday just passed. Happy belated birthday to you as well, Charles. All right. Or Charlie. I don't even know what you want to go by anymore.
I was gonna say Chuck.
But yeah, but like it's always how can I improve on the service is what I'm concerned about, you know, because I of course I try to be as calculated as possible.
Yeah, but
of knocking out, you know, it's like being overly prepared. Hey, Katie.
It doesn't have the sequins. It's not shiny enough, I don't think, in my opinion.
How are you doing? Did you hear anything back? All right, we'll talk. Because a lot of stuff that I talk about is definitely experiences from there.
Word.
Yeah, but she was a bar manager at City Winter.
Okay.
So, yo, man, I'm appreciating the industry love today. It's a lot of industry folk going today.
It's a lot of non-industry folk, too.
That, too.
And I don't discriminate. They're all the same to me.
Exactly. I don't even know how I even... Oh, because every time I touched it, I saw who... All right, yeah.
So... Damn, I forgot what I was going to say.
Just keeping it cool.
Oh, yeah, what I was going to say. Cool. What I was going to say was more important than... What did you just say? You like to stress your what? It was something, I don't know, it was something about being calculated. There you go. You try to stress being calculated and poised, I guess you could say, overall.
Over-prepared, yeah.
Over-prepared, calculated, and poised. You know what's better than that? You know what's 10 times better than that?
No, what's that?
Communication.
Oh, how do you, but you know.
Being communicative.
Ah, man, that's something I've been working on these past couple of years, and I've been really vocal about that, too.
Underrated art form, my G.
Yeah, I mean, because I had no tact before.
Indeed.
And then I started working because I was so direct that how can I finesse everything that I've been saying? And we've been, like, it came a long time. We're almost in this a year.
Yeah.
And, you know, like, but this helps, you know, sit there and it just keeps elevating the way that I would like to do service by even getting your philosophy, your point of view on things, as well as what everybody else says in comments too. It's just like, bet. So even throughout this time, like, still thinking of how can I be better for when I go back. But that self-accountability, and this is passion, you know, like this whole time sitting there watching food, like the Food Network, sitting there learning and then trying out myself. I was like, no, what is it supposed to look like? What is it supposed to feel like? Just to know all these things so when I get back, just so it could be so much sharper. And then the passion level for food, because I didn't have that. I had that for drinks at first. Mm-hmm. But then it's like, can't sit there and do the psalm thing and not know food.
Yeah, that's funny. I don't give a fuck about food or drinks.
Can't do it. See,
you know what I love? People.
See, I got to that point. But that's also from having conversations with you and seeing how in detail that is. You know, it's just like, oh, snap, tag, you know?
Yeah.
Because it's hard to relate. For me, it used to be hard to relate. Did we have this conversation? Probably. It was either me and you or me and someone else, you know?
Yeah.
Having a conversation. Or like the thing about you is that like before you would only listen to people because you didn't have any experiences. Mm-hmm. Then once you started going out into the world and getting experiences, mm-hmm. you became a whole lot more vocal, just like, wait, no.
Yeah, that was the time when you called me at like 2:30 in the morning on a school night. And you talked to me until 5 and was like, I can't do this no more. I gotta go to sleep. Yeah, you remember that?
No.
Oh my God, it was fairly recently too.
On a school night?
Yeah. You don't regard school nights. I got kids, man.
I got you.
Yeah, it was like a Wednesday.
I got you. All right.
But anyway, let me unpack the communication thing, mm-hmm. which is So it's 2 ways that it can work. One way is, like you said, with Chef Silva, is you can let them know everything in advance that you need to let them know to know what to expect. Mm-hmm. That way, their expectations that they had walking in can be altered and adjusted. Mm-hmm. And that'll be the best for everybody to enjoy the experience itself. Mm-hmm. But then even further than that, all along the way, people don't go out just for a drink. People mm-hmm. don't go out just for a meal. People go out for attention. Mm-hmm. And the best way to give somebody attention is to communicate with them on their level, if possible. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Don't make them feel alienated. Mm-hmm. Don't make them feel different. Just make them feel welcome. You know what I mean? So communication goes so much further than making the drink perfectly.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yes, for sure. I learned that by watching another bartender, Dan Lanham.
I hate that nigga.
Yeah.
I don't hate him. I don't hate him, but I don't like him that much.
I think
you know what? I served him on a brunch.
He's more into the cocktail.
I served him on a brunch randomly, like random Sunday, and that was just me in the room. I was doing the bar and service, running around the room and shit, making all the drinks. He came in with about 4 or 5 people. I still ain't like him, bro. I gave him the best I could. Did my best that I could for him. I actually related really well to one of the people that was at his table, but yeah, man, he's like,
he's one of those.
He's too
into the cocktail more than the people and more into self.
Right, he's like Dr. Frankenstein. Like, he didn't understand what he was doing to this living being. He just understood that he was doing an experiment. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I can't relate to a guy like that. Yeah. I just can't relate to a guy like that.
So sitting there just watching.
He's friends with you too, right?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Sitting there,
send this joint to him.
Sitting there just watching how he engaged. Or the missed opportunities.
Or how he didn't.
Yeah,
the lack of engagement that he gave to people.
It was interesting. But yeah, so that's kind of where I start looking at that, and it's like, whoa, people are more into the drink or whatever they created than that person right there. Like, you don't know if they're enjoying it because you just stroked yourself. You just stroked your own ego, and you're just satisfied with that. And it's nothing wrong with that, because, you know, some people, that's what you would call like that self-love right now, and that hashtag self-love. So that's why you can't really knock that, because I would sit there and just knock it.
Bro, would you rather listen to a Jay-Z song, or would you rather talk to Jay-Z?
Oh man, I'm definitely having a conversation.
That's what I'm saying.
Definitely having a conversation. But yeah, that's why this is triggering right now, the conversation that you and I are having. That's why I was just like, I've seen that. And I know that.
Yeah.
Now the weird part for me is just sit there and, or it used to be weird, because I've been working on it, was the engaging with people. You know, it's like it was just like, all right, I thought I gave you what you wanted. No. Oh, you want to know about me? Oh, I'm bad at this. I don't really like doing this. You know, I'm just, you know, because that came with a lot of like insecurities. That came with all of that. You know,
yeah,
and
all that baggage.
If I wasn't willing to be vulnerable, you know, I wasn't going to give people my all. So it's a lot different when you're a shy person and you're in this industry. It's just like, you can only be shy for so long. Right. You're going to have to break out, because you have to be personable, because, you know, like, people, like you said, want that attention, and that is your responsibility to offer that, you know.
It's hospitality.
That attention.
It's hospitality.
Yeah. But we uncoded that early in like episode 11 or 12 what hospitality was, because it could be impersonal. It could like, yo, did I not give you a bed? You know, did I not give you room and board? You know,
no one's ever invited me to their hometown on the West Coast and insisted that I take their number from the drink that I made them. It was the conversation that I gave them that did all of that.
Yeah. I think it's pretty cool, man. I think that was pretty cool. Cause I mean,
what's up, Vicky?
That comes down to, it's a lot of like inner workings, you know, with responsibilities, you know, or you being responsible for tasks, you being responsible for yourself, you know, and I really thought this was going to be, I mean, this was bad enlightening, because it actually went somewhere. That from what we were talking about from our Friday night, you know, with the whole 1 p.m. till midnight, you know, whole binge. You know, like, dang, am I not a responsible person? Like, we just did a whole track, you know? Yeah.
Only thing we could have did was eat more. Like, we had lunch, we should have had dinner.
Yeah, I mean, but because that's what we were going to go to Cockatoo for.
But it didn't work
But it wasn't open.
So we ended up at the cigar bar.
Yeah, because it's like...
Capelli's Pizza is not open right now, so there was no chance after that point.
Yeah, because I was just like, Cockatoo would be better because, you know,
yeah,
vegetarian food, you know,
yeah.
it would have been,
which I appreciate.
It would have been great. Yeah,
I appreciate that.
Yeah. So, but yeah, so I was sitting there just thinking, just like, oh man, all right. Just like how you said, like I could be more responsible. And it's like, are you really ready to take that jump right now? Do you have to do that right now? Because you're already, talking to myself, already on the path of being that.
You got nice teeth, man.
Thank you, man. It cost a lot.
Yeah, imagine. I can only imagine.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? Wait till I get the benefits, so I get the full veneer. Oh my goodness, they gonna
just
like,
get the one
hey, just get all of it, all of it. Veneers, and they're gonna be off-white Virgils. All right, so.
What was you saying before that?
I was ready for the joke.
Before that?
The whole making my way to be a more responsible person.
Oh yeah. The earlier the better.
Because then
practice makes better.
Because it's not that I guess it's day by day, because it's a journey. It's a journey, you know, and not to say that it's cold turkey. Go like, all right, irresponsible to responsible, you know.
Less responsible to more responsible.
So it's just So, but that's part of the journey. Then when it snaps. You know, when you're in that moment, then you'll know. Like, I feel like we were a lot more responsible.
Yeah, we could have, if this was a year ago, I wouldn't remember any of it.
Or 2 years ago, man.
Yeah, I wouldn't remember any of it.
Yeah, I mean, you seen me. Like, I didn't black out. I wasn't walking around blacked out either.
I see, I don't know if you black out, really. I just think you don't remember things. Because you're still there. Your character is completely intact.
Yo, when people be telling me stuff, I'm like, whoa.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah, no, I mean, maybe you're a little bit less inhibitive, but you never tried to fight me, so I can't really say, you know.
Yeah, man, I don't be trying to fight people. You see me. You know, I be trying to show love.
Yeah, when I'm with you, but I don't know what happened when I'm not with you.
Yeah, I ain't trying to fight everybody. Like, what you say?
Yeah, I just don't know. Like, I have to take people's word for it.
Yeah, so, so, I don't know, like, I think responsibility is a huge thing. That's a huge self-commitment, and you have to hold yourself accountable all the time. You know, like you're on your own ass 24 hours, you know?
I mean, at best.
You know, like just
at best.
Just to try to you know, because you could take a day off. Is it like dieting when you have a cheat day?
No, you probably have a cheat hour or like a cheat 30 minutes.
Yeah, so it's a lot of work, and it's something that you really have to put yourself to. You have to change your mind state, you know?
Yeah.
You have to be you're shedding, you know, like now I'm gonna sit there. Yeah, I got all my queens. Look, you're shedding from your cocoon to become that beautiful butterfly, and it seems like it's hard and it's scary because that cocoon, you've been, hibernating in that, milking in that for a long time, but it's time, to sit there and spread those wings and fly off into the beautiful sunset, with the rays just beaming on you. But while you're in that cocoon, you don't have to think about the world, I think of what was it? That Pokemon before he became Butterfree. But after the stage where he's in a cocoon, it's
Kakuna.
Right. It's right.
Kakuna.
So it's about right. That where the only move you have is hardening, but nobody breaking through that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so it's like you're safe from the world you're in. It just feels so comfortable. But you got to break out of that in order to like really grow, develop, and become a
butterfly.
A butterfly.
Word. So responsibility, eh? That's what we just did?
Yeah, that's what it was.
Okay.
I mean, I feel like we're being way more responsible today with our actions and everything than the other podcast episodes, besides the one we just didn't drink or smoke at all.
We got one of those?
I think we do. It was really limited because we were coming from a hard day before.
Okay.
And it was just like, you know what?
That's probably why I don't remember it. I blacked out because I was too sober.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, but ever since then, we've definitely been way better. All right, so finally getting to this. What time is it? Yep, we're finally getting to this.
Yeah, it's all good.
So I've been dying for a long time to sit there and try a demi-sec champagne This right here is from Bella Carte.
Oh, the Bella Carte.
The Bella Carte demi-sec. Yeah, we finally got here, you know? Finally got here. And then I saw the Ployer Brut that we didn't drink on that side.
Bro, I need to send you the money for the Jouet.
Oh, I gotta stand in line now. Matter of fact, I gotta stand in line.
You can't order it?
No, well, yeah. I can do a curbside
You
pickup.
still know Sean.
Yeah,
you act like you like not important still.
I'm not important.
You act like you just like gave away your whole reputation.
Yeah, I'm excited about this. All right, so this right here.
Shout out Sean. Thanks for being out for my birthday, dog. Really appreciate that.
This right here is Bella Carte. They're demi-set. This is going to be
So tell me what a demi-sec is,
a little bit sweet, or this is going to be like not really sweet, but
So
this is going to be sweet.
So is it between Brut and Prosecco?
No,
What the hell is it?
No. You know what? You know what I think we should do?
What's that? We already cracked the bottle now, so.
I think we should more so do give all those kind of gems of that information
On OnlyFans?
I mean, OnlyFans is where all the people are right now, but like on a Patreon or something like that, when we sit there and actually break it down, you know, because I mean,
I just wanted to know, man.
like, cause yeah, this is going to be what this is the kind of stuff that people want. This is what they think of when they're sitting there drinking Moet, the average person. Right off the bat, honey,
Apple.
boom, you know? Like, see, because I can ask you, like, what kind of apple?
Green.
Yeah, is it ripe? Is it underripe? Is it bruised?
No, it's not bruised.
It's not bruised.
It's probably like half a day ripe.
Oh, man, this is fresh.
Yeah?
This is
fresh ass apple?
This is
That's why I said half a day ripe. That's why I said half a day ripe. Like, you can bite into it. I can feel it. Like, even the texture.
Like, it still has that breadiness. This is good. The sugar.
Thank you for the breadiness.
You can't even really get the sweetness from it because of all the other fresh citrus and fruits that you're getting. Mm-hmm. But it coats it. Like, I know it because it's coating my tongue. Like, so if I had some curry, some really hot curry or Thai or whatever.
Yeah.
I know that I can feel the sugar on my tongue coating it, getting ready for the next bite or the next sip.
So would it cut through that?
It cuts through that. Because that's that layer. To me, it feels like remember the Listerine strips they had?
Yes.
Put that on your tongue.
And it stays there.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I intentionally went over my sweet spot of my tongue in the beginning, the tip. It just went straight to the back.
Yeah, I went to the back.
Yeah, and then it's that whole layer that's just sitting on that. You know, I didn't switch it around or anything because I didn't want it to touch the tip. Because if I let it now in the next one, I'm going to let it touch my tip, and then that's when I'm going to get all of that sweetness, you know?
Okay, I got you.
So therefore, like, this is on the back, so just putting that there reminds me of that Listerine strip where after it's done its thing, it has that, like, waxiness kind of, like, texture to it.
Oh, it's still there.
On the back.
It's completely still there.
But yeah.
But I enjoy the tartness of it.
Yeah. I mean, you can't just have sweet without having, because that means it wouldn't be balanced. Mm-hmm. You know? That means it wouldn't be balanced at all. Yeah, I've been waiting for this for so long.
This is really good.
Like, I get beeswax.
I think this might have been the best one you gave me so far. Nah, that other joint was crazy. It was more complex than this.
I mean, this is the sweet one.
This is straightforward.
This is the sweet one.
Yeah, this one is straightforward.
This is the one that people are scared to purchase.
Why?
Because they don't know the brand, and it's still around the same price, so you're still looking at, like, what, $60 for a bottle?
Word.
But Moet would still be that, too, you know, that same price point, but you know what to expect with Moet, or at least you know the quality. Yeah,
You've heard of it.
So this is a little bit less. And you're getting so much more, you know?
Yeah. I also like the bubbles.
I promise you, I have no problem with Moet at all. I actually love them.
I feel like it's bigger bubbles.
I mean, I didn't even get down to any of that. Because I think they're still small bubbles, and that's where it all comes from. Because you have that sugar that's coating your pot. It's not like that dryness.
So I'm not feeling it the same.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what you got to be mindful of. Like now your whole mouth is just like coated with sugar.
Okay, I got you.
So it's that layer.
Which obviously affects my sensitivity.
Yeah.
To the sensation.
Yeah.
The effervescence.
Yeah. Yeah. Because as I'm looking at the bubbles now. You know, they're not large bubbles. They're not as effervescent as the other bubbles that have the stream going through.
Yeah.
Oh, so this would be a perfect time.
Look at mine.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. They still there.
Yeah. See, like, all right. So I was watching Instagram live from Vino and Leaf yesterday, doing it with another person on Instagram, Wine It On Me, right? So
wow. So that's a good name.
So what they were talking about is natural hair with natural wine. I had to tune in.
That's some black shit, right there.
I had to tune in, my guy, and it was so amazing to sit there because we're talking about like I didn't know that there was like a 4C curl, 3C curl.
You did not know that?
No, I didn't know that.
Oh, you never had to do your own hair. That's why.
Yeah.
Bro,
you know, like
remember I was doing my own hair when we started this shit? Mm-hmm. Man, I had to go and look up my exact hair type.
Yeah.
And then how to treat it. Mm-hmm. What to do. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So they were sitting there tying everything together, like, and it was just so beautiful. It was just like dope, because it's just like, all right, all right. They were like, all right. So you know the
like
different
prison nigga, bro.
The different styles of like natural wine. You have organic, biodynamic, you know, certified, whatever, all these kind of things, right? Mm-hmm. But they were able to sit there and turn and make that multi-language with hair.
That's wisdom.
So I was glued in. I'm just like, I'm able to articulate.
You can apply that to your steaks.
Yeah, I can apply that to everything. Yeah. So I was like, just to jump in, I was like, hey, I want to go with my curls are more of like a 3C, which is like a Prosecco, the big curls, you know. It's like I don't have to do anything, you know. Those are just what they are, you know. Uh-huh. My curls are not going to be champagne. They're not going to be those tight little bubbles or anything like that. No, mine is the Prosecco, where it's just like, we see the bubbles.
It's here.
Know?
It's here.
You know,
undeniable.
You know, like I don't have to add any treatment or anything like that. So if I sat there and I did any of that stuff, it's like, I can get my curls to do something that, you know, I get my curls to do something. But I'm trying, bro. I'm in the comments in this conversation, just like, yo, really? And like, yo, and they're just like, Bryant, you crazy. But no, you're absolutely right. So then they start talking about like the different textures you have, because on the top they're like, it could be like a 4C on the top, and at the back it could be like a 3E, you know? So somebody's like, so are you saying like the top of head is like a Riesling and the other one is just like, I was just like, yo, this is lit.
That sounds fun. What did you come across that again?
Well, I know that. All right, so I know the people. We were all in a wine study group, but Wine and Leaf. All right, I mean Vino and Leaf. That's the person Instagram's handle who hosts these. It's called Sundays Porch Smoking with whoever, you know. So she's actually like a cigar aficionado.
Nice.
So she's sitting there pairing cigars with wine and apparently drawing out hair diagrams. You know, and I'm just like, yo, it was just so dope. You know what I'm saying?
That's sick.
So dope. So it's a lot. The community is so large. Like, cause Wine It with me, Candace, she's here in Philly. She has like her Tuesdays tasting talking, and another Tuesday, Triple T, you know, on Tuesdays where like she has some winemakers that she's gonna talk to, you know, this month coming up. Then there's another one, Monique, another one in Philly, and she does more mental health, you know, mental wellness Thursdays, and she's sitting there talking. They're just drinking wine, but it's like an expert, you know, it could be a therapist, anybody, and then it's just like motherly, nurturing. It's just so beautiful, you know. So I'm sitting there, so I'm all the way in on all these people. Like I just love to see.
You should drop these links.
All of them.
Not now, but
I know I can't do it.
Maybe in the description.
Yeah.
Because these actually sound super appealing to me.
They are so dope. They are so dope.
Like talking, tasting Tuesday.
Man, I can't wait.
I could be on that.
I can't wait.
I could be on that. I got church on Tuesdays, but
can't wait.
Shit, I could introduce that to the brothers and the sisters.
Mm-hmm. It's like, oh man, like, and then man, they're just so that right there had me like taken back, because it's like, oh man, because yes, we sit here and we talk, you know, about whatever we're talking about, you know.
But I had like 4 shots, and this shit right here
is lasting.
No, it's effective. It's because, you know, the bubbles, they go straight to your motherfucking brain. Like, no, seriously, man. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm considering my 4 shots, but I'm like, yo, I like how I feel right now. This is awesome.
It's because we were talking about the beauty. We were talking.
It's the light. It's the light from your inside.
No, man.
It's the light from your soul.
No, it's because all the goodness from all these.
It's your smile.
From the vino and leaf. You know what I'm saying? Playing all these people, man. I like, yes, man. Yeah, that remind me of the wine and liquor store I was working at, man.
Oh, it's over.
Keep that all there.
Over.
You know what I'm saying?
It's over.
No.
It's fucking over, bro.
No, that station
just come to a complete end.
That station is in a car though, so when I'm driving, I can sit there and work on it.
Like, yo, I feel like I was just with y'all.
Yo, I almost called them today.
No.
I almost called them to say,
that should be illegal.
Did you guys miss me? What's up? How you guys feeling now?
That's a good approach to it. That's a good approach.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good approach. Like, yo, so without me there, man, did the world stop?
It's too soon, though. It's too soon. I gotta give him 1 week. Go back next week, just like...
Take a bottle.
Yeah.
Take a bottle to the liquor store.
No, man, that's frowned upon.
Okay.
I know.
That's because you done it already. That's how you know.
No, I heard your story.
Oh, okay. Hey, well, look, don't worry. What you got to lose, man?
Man, what you mean? I don't have nothing to lose. Look, man. But yeah, man. I don't know. I do. This is really pleasant. It was. Let's not forget that it's actually
it's
still more.
It's International Female Month.
Nah, it's Women's Month.
Sorry.
Come on.
My bad. Forgive me, ladies.
It's all right.
My bad.
It's all right. So
really.
This is definitely something you ladies should be sipping on this month. You know.
This right here, the Bella Cart.
Give me set.
Dude, I give this a 8.5 out of 10. I give it an 8.5 out of 10.
I mean, for a demi-sec though, because this is the only demi-sec you're at. Because you're probably trying to compare it to
the best shit I've ever had, which was that $500 bottle you fucking had us drinking.
That was brute though. That's a whole different style.
Yeah, but listen, that's what. Look, all right.
That's a different style, man.
Okay, well, we all speak different languages, you know.
No, we all have the same language.
No, listen. Escucha, man. All right.
Hey.
So we all have a palate. Our palate is not drastically different from one another. All you can do is identify better than the other person. So, to me, I'm not really a sweet guy.
Mm-hmm. Oh man, that's not what everybody says.
Oh. No, but I'm not really a sweet guy. I'm not into things that are typically too sweet. But this right here, though, nigga, this shit right here, nigga. Yeah, I could drink this every day.
Yo.
I could drink this every day. Like 4 p.m. straight up, every fucking day.
Right before happy hour.
Put it in my flask.
I'm trying to think, like, there's so much, like, of course I can do dessert with this. I'm thinking like an apple tart.
All right, so that's cool, because I was thinking cheesecake. I was thinking strawberry cheesecake.
Yeah, of course.
I was thinking strawberry cheesecake.
Of course.
Because, you know, you got the tartness of the strawberries.
Mm-hmm.
But the texture, though, also, can't overlook the texture. Because right now, like, I feel like where most, this is a champagne, or what do you call it, a sparkling? What do you call this?
No, this is champagne.
All right, so well, most champagnes, I usually don't consider them as chewy as this one is.
That's that sugar. That's that residual sugar you're chewing on. That's the one that's coating your palate.
It's so chewy, bro. It's so chewy.
It's supposed to be.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be.
And it's like, dude, I don't know. It's right there, man. It's right there. I should have hooked you up. I'm gonna hook you up.
Thank you. Oh, man.
No, thank you.
Yo, that's the hookup right there.
Thank you.
I'm like, oh, my God.
I mean, we all know where this bottle's gonna go. There's no secrets here. We all know where this bottle's going.
It's over.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the reason, you know? Forget it. I can't wait to do that bottle next week, though. The pink label.
Pinky?
Yeah.
Should we
You sure?
preview it?
Yeah. So this is Motif. I know.
Don't tell him too much.
I'm like,
We'll be here next week.
I'm like, Zach, I know you wanted us to drink that a long time ago.
Sorry, Zach. We got you.
We're going to drink it next week.
Yeah, Lord willing, we'll both be here right there next week. You'll be here with us. Yeah, I'm saying. Yeah, man, I don't know. I just got ideas now.
Talk.
Wine club.
Oh, man, I did that. I don't know. We'll see where the future goes with that. But
I mean, was it as interactive as this is?
Yeah, it was whole parties. They were lit parties.
Okay.
But the government, you know, the government be on me for some reason.
They can't look at you, bro. I be on you too.
They be on me.
I be on you too, bro.
It's like, wait, hold on. I ain't know, man.
Yeah, but they can't stop this though.
They can't stop what?
What we doing right now?
Oh no, because we're chilling.
That's what I'm saying.
We're just chilling.
They can't stop this though.
Oh yeah. All right, I got you. I got you. I appreciate that. Yeah, man. Yeah. Sheesh. Yeah. But all right, so I feel like it's my responsibility to sit there and give those women the shout out that they needed, that they deserved after watching their live streams this past week. Yeah. These last couple of days. I just felt like I needed to do that. You know, I had a responsibility to do that. And also to keep on just bringing, like keep up with, like, the wines that we do taste every week, you know?
Yes.
Like, I was listening to another person on Instagram who's not just on Instagram, but Vivant. SOMMVIVANT. Yeah. And I think I was telling you this story. So when they were sitting there, they approached her. Her friend was a casting director of whatever. And they wanted her to host something. And when they were talking about bringing her on board, they were like, but you don't have anything to offer, so you don't have any room, like, to negotiate.
They told her that to her face?
To host. No, not to her face.
Okay.
To the representative.
Okay.
That introduced this opportunity to her.
Okay.
And what it came down to was, because she did videos. She did, like, these fun little, wine videos, because she was trying to learn wine. Everything that I've been doing. Just posting them and seeing whatever, She got noticed and all that kind of stuff. And this production was based out of the UK, and they wanted her to host it. And ultimately, what it came down to is her friend came back to her and was just like, you know what? It would be better if you had a following. If you had a following, therefore you would have more leverage in order to insert yourself in the conversation.
Really?
Yeah.
But they followed her. They were a part of her following.
And they wanted her to be, yeah.
They're like, yeah, give us your contact list.
Yeah.
That's uncalled for, but go ahead.
Ultimately, it's just like, well, but that's kind of what Kevin Hart always speaks to when he talks about, like, it was like when he does his negotiations, like, well, no, when it comes to the marketing, no, I don't. I'm not putting this on any of my social networks. You know, like I'm going to do the tour that you guys, you know, always been doing for studios. You know, like to have me post something from my social about this that's something totally different. That's not in the marketing budget. That's not no. That's me talking to them directly, and they don't, you know, selling them on something directly, and that's not what's been negotiated. So if you want me to post this and sell directly to my consumers, then you have to pay for that. You know?
Yes, right.
So that's where this is going to go. Ultimately, with all of these Gary Vaynerchuk already done it. You know, he already sold it off. You know, what was it? Wine Library TV. Mm-hmm. You know, we read about that. You know, from Tribes, Seth Godin, when he mentioned it way back when. They didn't even know who Gary was back then.
Yeah, I know who Gary Vee is now.
No, definitely know who he is now. You know, everybody does, but still, to know that he sold that off and now they're building apps and all that kind of stuff, and you know, he still probably owns some part of that. So that's kind of where everything is going now.
Okay. So I'm trying to log into my email so I can find like a whole list of people that I want to highlight, but I can't.
All right, so let's jump into it. Let's do a highlight.
I want to give a highlight, or I want to highlight or give a shout out to. I want to show some appreciation, some love, some heart emojis to Mel. I wanted to give her last name because there's like 35 Mels, but I'm not going to do that. I'll just leave it up to you guys to meet her and realize who it is. She's an absolute queen. She commands the attention of every room she walks into. But yet still defers all of that into loving everyone that she interacts with. Everything she's ever done, she's done it nearly perfectly. And I owe her a lot as far as like my attitude to things that I can't control. Because we talked about that a lot, which was, you know, that self-accountability or that responsibility that you take on things. You have to, a lot of that, for me at least, comes from knowing what I can do and I can't do, or knowing what I can control and I can't control. And ultimately, I could be a part of a team that has 2 people or 10 people, but I can't control my team. What I can do is I can influence my team. Or as one person put it, my nigga Kibe, he said, sometimes when you can't motivate, you just gotta inspire. And that is just the pure example, or the pure definition of leading by example. So yeah, shout out to you, Mel. You led by example. You inspired me. You showed me how to do everything without having to tell me anything. Oh yeah. So you should be highlighted, saluted, appreciated. Yeah, girl. Keep doing it.
I guess I would just go all the way with, I'm going to give my highlight to Vesna.
Ooh! Go ahead.
Yeah, Vesna.
That's how she got me feeling. That's how she make me feel. He just said her name and that's how I feel.
Yeah, I mean, Vesna's,
same thing I just said. Everything I just said. Shit applies to her too. No, go ahead. You finish. Don't let me interrupt you. Yo, and then I was playing.
Yeah. Give my shout out to Vesna because she is a really strong person.
Yo, I thought she hated me.
Yeah,
I thought she fucking hated me.
Me too. Me too.
But then one day, I actually got a chance to just talk to her one-on-one, and she didn't explain shit to me. She didn't have to explain shit to me. I realized that everything she ever done to me, it was making me a better person.
Exactly.
Everything.
Exactly.
And it just flowed from her naturally. But at the same time, I'm not going to take the credit from her because I know she did that shit intentionally. Like, that was all.
She put in the work.
She put in the work.
She
really put in the work.
Yeah,
and that's some nurturing shit, too.
Yeah.
To actually give people that much attention, to go that far, to make them better.
Yeah, she talk about care. She's so firm. and like her stance and everything she believes in, like she's a really strong person and a strong personality that you have to acknowledge,
and a strong leader, man.
Yeah,
straight up strong leader.
Yes. So yeah, I mean,
but to take it back to the tenderness, like she was that strong on our behalf. She was that strong for our benefit.
Yeah, it was it
wasn't just about her getting her way. It was all about her teaching us the right way.
When we're talking about whose responsibility, like as I guess say in a leadership role within establishment, she takes pride into that, and she's like, no, it's no cutting corners, you know, none of that. She calls you out, she'll yell at you. They would call her like the dragon queen, you know. But it's just like, no, these are standards that
she also had green hair. That dragon queen shit kind of rocked on a couple different levels.
She had so many different color hairs.
Yeah, I know, but at the time.
But she's just like, yeah, talking about like holding standards and meeting someone in this industry who is going to hold standards the way she does, you know, and just apply the pressure to you to, no, you uphold these standards too, because this is all our reputation.
So, did you see this?
Shout out to... It popped up here and I've been trying to ignore
but did you see this? Look at the green part. Start with the green. Start with the green.
Wait, all right, so...
No, it's relevant. Start with the fucking green, bro. Is that
from her?
These the fruits of our fucking benefits.
All right, so we'll do that. All right, so after the highlight, then we do that.
All right, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt.
Yeah, because it's better than the time, man.
It's my last time interrupting.
She would have never
let me get away with that.
Man.
Hell no, you're right.
You would have got...
I would have got chewed out.
Yeah, you would have got hurt.
I would have got chewed out.
You got hurt. But yeah, so give you your flowers while still can, you know. Last time I checked, she was over at Park running things there. That was before COVID. Seen her come into Wine and Spirits. You know what she bought?
That one.
The rosé version.
The rosé version of that. Bella Carte Rosé.
Yep.
Yeah. She knew what the fuck she was doing.
She knew. Mm-hmm. She looked at me and she was like, "Guy," and I looked up because you know I'm usually zoned out when I'm there. Mm-hmm. And I was
you was standing on the aisle like this.
No, I was at the cash register.
Oh, okay. You was standing at the register like this.
Yep. Picked my head up and I was like, "Love."
Dude.
Hug. And she was I was like, "You know what you're doing?" She was like, "You know I know what I'm doing."
Yo, I think it might have been the same way. Like, I didn't see her recently or whatever, but I think it might have been the same way with her, where I was in a place where I probably didn't want to be, doing some shit I probably didn't want to do, and she popped up and was like, "Theo," and I looked at her and was like, "Oh my God," and she put the fear of God in me because of who she is. Mm-hmm. But she broke that with her smile. Mm-hmm. And as soon as she did that, I was like, "Oh my God, I'm so happy to see you again." Like, you just made my whole day just go. Yeah. Like, and she was just like, she ain't even reject me. She was like, "No, you good." Like, come on. Mm-hmm. Show this love. All right, I'm getting the fuck out of here now. Mm-hmm. Like, yeah, dude, I got so much respect for her. Yeah. Like, I admire her. Yeah. I admire her.
Yes, definitely.
And it's not a secret. I'm not her secret admirer. I'm her public admirer.
Yeah, man, and that's kind of the love. That's kind of the love she gets throughout the city, you know.
From being her.
Just being her.
From being her and strong and nurturing and caring and assertive as fuck. And all of that.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's...
Because I know some niggas that's assertive as fuck, and we hate them.
I sit there and I think about like on a national level, you know, like all of the bartenders, you know, and their personalities, and then when you get to Philadelphia bartenders, it's that whole like toughness that goes with the whole stigma of the city, you know, like, oh man, everybody from Philadelphia got to be tough and all of this kind of stuff. So like, no, these are like, it's not that you have to be tough. You're just not used to the way people speak.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Like, because, like, I can sit there and say John, you know? You can say John.
But then you say John and it ain't right. It don't rock. It don't rock the same.
It's not.
And we can all tell. It's not you.
Yeah, but...
Don't do that.
But even still, someone from here with a more, not user-friendly voice can sit there and say, "Yo, John." And they're like, "Yo, pass me that John." And it strikes fear like the tone strikes fear in people. They're like, oh no, don't mess with that. Don't mess with that person. You know?
He's a local.
So, but that's her, you know?
That's exactly that.
That's her. It's like, wait, I'm scared of her. Do I tell a joke? What do I do? You don't know what to do in those moments. Me, I know what to do. And I tell you,
there's been times with her where I haven't known what to do. I'll admit it. I have not known what to do.
We've never
clashed.
She
was like, just do this. And I'm like, okay.
We have never clashed.
No, I've never clashed with her because I never stepped to her in no type of way. But
yeah, we've never clashed.
At the same time, if she did clash with me, it was only for my own good.
Yeah.
You know?
And I would just turn it into a joke. Just like, oh, you know. And then I see the personality, I'm like, oh, all right, cool. Because if you didn't laugh,
yeah,
then all right, my whole approach would have to change.
You must not have got it. Let me say it again.
No. I'd be like, oh, what you want me to do? All right. No. Not going to sit there and try to build any friendship now. But yeah. So, shout out to Vesna. Amazing person. If you guys ever get to see her, you guys are blessed. All right.
Straight up.
All right, so that's it of the highlights.
Straight like that.
Now what was it? What were you supposed to say?
You about to see it. All right. Green part. Just go to the green part. Just go to the green part. Just read the first fucking 5 words.
What's up, Edward Paul? You talk about that?
Yeah.
Cool. So
that's it.
Am I reading all of it or?
Nah, fuck no. No, leave it at that.
Yeah.
That's all I want.
Cool.
That's all I want.
Just to say what's up. All right, so that's from
don't explain nothing.
So what was the point of even doing that?
For you. This is between you and I.
Oh, I could have sat there and we could have ended this and then not did that at all and then ended it afterwards. All right.
Whatever.
Thank you for listening. That's 86'd podcast. Once again, another week. This has been beautiful. Everything's evolving. Make sure you go to the website. Just keep showing love. Keep watching the videos. When you see us out on the street or, in our inboxes or whatever, just keep that same energy. Just keep it all love. And, yeah.
Hey, I got one more request. Let's toast to the guy who gave us breath today.
Cheers.
Cheers.